Good evening and welcome into the Manchester Basketball Centre here in Whalley Range. Playoff seeding is on the line in today's game between the Manchester Mystics and the Reading Rockets in WNBL Division 1. My name's Kaz Bullock and joining me is Commonwealth Games silver medalist and WBBL star Hannah Shaw. And we're going to be with you throughout today's game, which is due to tip off in a few minutes' time. Now the Mystics coming into this one, first season back in Division 1, sitting in 9th place with 8 wins and 11 losses. They've got 2 games left after today against Anglia Ruskin and Kohler, and 1 win should see them secure that playoff spot. So a very, very important game for them today. They played last weekend against the Thames Valley Cavaliers, an 81-57 loss in that one, where they were led by Irina Boado, 16 points, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And Rahana Khalil, 9 points, 6 rebounds and 3 assists for her. The Mystics will be without Irina Boado today, leading the team in scoring all season, as she's been playing for the under-16s earlier in the day. But they will have Rahana Khalil, and Rahana has been on an absolute tear the second half of the season, just before Christmas. She's just turned it up a notch, and in 7 of the last 9 games, she's had 3 double-doubles, 3 games of 20-plus points or more, and she's been averaging 16.3 points, 8.3 rebounds, 4.3 assists, along with 2.6 steals in the last 6 games. She is 2nd in three-point percentage in the league, 7th in assists per game, and just last week she was named the All-Girls Inspiring Female of the Year for the Northwest at Basketball England Awards. And Hannah, just her experience, her leadership, it's just incredible to have Rahana on this team. Oh, fantastic. She's such a great role model for these players. She trains hard, she plays hard, she sets the right example, and she will hold them all to account. So she's a fantastic role model for this team. Speaking of Northwest nominees, though, our own Kaz Bullock has been nominated as Volunteer of the Year, and we're all in the Manchester basketball scene incredibly proud and supporting her all the way. Oh, thank you. I'm absolutely blown away, and it was an absolute honour. You owe me dinner now. So looking at Reading, they're sitting in 6th place, 9 wins, 8 losses. They have a few games in hand as they have 4 games left after today. They played Kohler just last night, and a 3-point loss in that one, a really close one, 56-53. Lindsay Cleary was an absolute star, as she's been all season, 18 points, 9 rebounds and 4 assists. And Chrissy Karpova, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists and 2 steals. So for Reading, Hannah, Cleary has been incredible inside. She's such a tough rebounder, leads the team in all scoring categories, points, rebounds, assists and steals. She's a really tough inside player. And for the Mystics, who are maybe a little bit short-handed size-wise, how are they going to try and counter her today? They're going to have to do a great job keeping her off the glass. She's averaging nearly 5 offensive rebounds a game, and really that's translating to points, and a lot of points. So if Manchester can do their best just to try and limit those second chances that she's getting, then they'll be on to a pretty good game. And Reading actually leading the league in second chance points this season with 16.5, and a lot of that is down to Cleary. Oh, yeah, then that is going to be the key. So if we look at the starters for both teams, for the Manchester Mystics, it will be Ellie Costa, Success Odemwingie, Hannah Alsey, Rahana Khalil and Remi Idowu. And for the Rockets, Lindsay Cleary, Tiona McKay, Chrissy Karpova, Safi Jarju and Elia Ando. Mystics playing in blue and the Rockets in red. So a big game for both teams, especially as it gets towards the end of the season, Hannah. Playoff seeding, playoff positioning, Manchester fighting to get in the playoffs, and Reading looking to solidify where they can in the standings. Super important game for Manchester today. I mean, they only need to get 1 win out of the next 3 games just to get themselves a playoff position. First year back in Division 1, huge achievement for the club to even be contending for a playoff position. But they've been running some teams pretty close. They ran Brent very close, they ran Ipswich very close, both at home games as well. So I'm hoping today they're going to put in a great performance. Certainly, and there's been so many games as well they've lost by maybe just a possession or two. That they're a young team and you've seen them develop over the course of the season, but as you say, playing the top two teams very closely. So for the tip, it will be Idowu and Ando. And ball's up, tapped into the hands of Rahana Khalil. Zoe Wingy hands it off to Costa. Khalil, nice pass to Costa underneath the basket. Alti's there to pick it up. Odemwingie driving out to Costa. Got Jarju on her. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Rahana Khalil's shot doesn't go, but Idowu's there for the rebound. Costa over to Odemwingie. And it's knocked out of bounds. It's going to go the way of the Rockets. And a good couple of looks there for the Mystics on that possession, Hannah. Not able to finish, but they've got the offensive rebound, which they may have struggled with in the last few games.
Yeah, a little bit of a sloppy start from them. I think they had a couple of chances where they could have got a better shot, but nerves.
And the shot doesn't go for Odemwingie. It's stolen away by Khalil, then blocked by Jarju. Reading with a chance to get some points on the board. Karpova. And the pressure there from Costa. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Ando turns, runs into Alti, and that's an offensive foul call. Hannah Alti taking the charge.
That's what Manchester are going to need to do really well today. They're going to have to play great help defense because Reading are just that little bit bigger, that little bit stronger, and definitely a little bit more experienced.
Definitely, this is a very young Mystics team as Costa's shot doesn't fall. McKay working against Odemwingie. Karpova's space for three. Too strong. And you don't want to leave Chrissy Karpova open because she can hit that three. So it'll be end-line ball for the Rockets. Jarju into Karpova. Gets it back. So reaching foul called on Idowu. That'll be the first team foul on the Mystics this quarter. Karpova, ran to McKay. Jarju manages to keep it alive, out to Cleary. Shot doesn't go, but look, she chases down her own rebound.
Great rebound there, but no one from Manchester even gave her a look at boxing out.
Khalil over to Odemwingie. Shot doesn't fall, and it's rebounded by the Rockets. Neither team having scored yet after the first couple of minutes. Cleary working against Alti. Has to pass it out. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Okay, out to Cleary. Long two, doesn't go, but she gets her own rebound again and puts it back in.
It really is going to be the key, making sure that we can stop her. She's getting really good looks, and she's either going to start hitting them first time, or she's going to be able to really get in and get those boards.
And she follows her shot so well, doesn't she?
So well.
As we've got a substitution for Reading. Alicia Guerrero-Rainford into the game as Safi Jarju heads to the bench. And Rahana Khalil at the line shooting two. As I mentioned pre-game, she's been massive for the Mystics so far this season. 10.2 points per game, 7.1 rebounds, 3.6 assists. As the second one goes, and that gets the Mystics on the board.
Hopefully that gives Mystics just a little bit of time just to calm down. The last couple of shots have been a bit rushed. They've not been the best choices.
And nothing but net on that from Guerrera Rainford. That's a quick 4-point lead for the Rockets. Khalil, nice handoff there to Aidu. It's knocked out of bounds though, and last touch Manchester. Now, last time these two teams met up, Hannah, it was a strong win for the Rockets, but Manchester, as Karpova finishes at the rim, and coach Rob Fairley wants a timeout, wants to talk things over with the team as Reading go up to a 7-1 lead here with just over 6.5 minutes to play. So last time out, Hannah, the Mystics were without Rahana Khalil and Ellie and Karina Costa. Today without leading scorer Irina Boado, and it's always interesting in those situations to see who steps up into that role.
Yeah, definitely, and I think I was definitely expecting it would not be the same kind of game as last time, but Mystics really need to play a little bit more defence to stop that from happening now. They're letting Reading get the shots that they want. Cleary's been able to get her own rebounds, and really they've been really dominant in the last 3.5 minutes.
Absolutely, and it's those rebounds we mentioned, the second chance points in tight games, in any games, they're so crucial, and you've really got to get those offensive rebounds and stop the second chance points. Definitely,
and especially with her 5 offensive rebounds a game is incredible, so that is going to be the key for this.
So the Mystics playing in their last home game of the regular season. They'll be playing away to Kola next Sunday. And then they have a rescheduled game against Anglia Ruskin University on Saturday the 6th of April. So 3 games left to solidify that playoff position. So back on court it will be Odemwingie with the inbounds. Into Costa. Reading picking up full court here. As Altu passes over to Idowu, gets it into the hands of Khalil. Costa's going to set things up. Odemwingie round to Costa. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Tipped into Idowu's hands. Khalil's there. And ball's loose. That's a shot clock violation. Cleary over to Karpova. And that is good. You can't give her that much space behind the 3-point line.
Not at all, and I think that press just really shook Manchester up there. Nobody really attacked the basket there and waited and got not the best look at the end. So really they could just do with calming down a little bit, but also... Ooh.
Costa gets it over to Alti, who banks it in.
Well, that was not pretty, but we will definitely take it.
Leads down to 7 for the Rockets. Cleary. Karpova for 3. That one's no good, but again it's Cleary there for the offensive rebound and puts it back in.
Reading's ball movement is great. They're getting it from one side of the court to the other, making the defence shift completely. And they're doing it really quickly, and Manchester are struggling to adjust, and they're getting those open shots.
Costa's long 2 doesn't go, but Odemwingie tries to put it back in, eventually bounces in. And as you said, Hannah, the ball movement from Reading's been great. They've been looking around, passing around, getting that great shot, not settling for a good shot, and Karpova alone at the 3-point line. You need to get out to her. Ando working inside. Can't finish, and it's Khalil with the rebound. Khalil lines up the 3. Doesn't fall. Guerrera Rainford. 3 doesn't drop, and you see there clearly with just one hand able to get the ball. She's just positioning herself so well
She's doing a great job working inside. She's able to, with her bar arm, hold Hannah Olty off, stop her from getting anywhere near that ball.
That pass goes astray, out of bounds. It'll go back with the Rockets as we've got a substitution. Safi Jarju into the game for Reading. And it'll be Karina Costa and Isabel Robinson for the Mystics. And great to see Isabel Robinson back out on court after recovering from an injury last season. Jarju looking for some help. And fouls called. That's on the Mystics.
Oh no, it's great to see Isabel Robinson back. She was a player that she came to basketball a little bit later than everyone else, but her development in quite a short space of time was phenomenal. And then to see her have quite a nasty injury, you know. But now she's back. Now she's hopefully she's going to have a great game. It's just really nice to see her on court.
It is, especially when it's been so long. McKay. Oh, nice pass inside, and Cleary finishes at the rim. And she's got 6 points, 4 rebounds, and a couple of assists already in the first quarter. Manchester looking to answer here. Costa over to Khalil. Khalil going inside, left-hand scoop layup doesn't drop, and it's tipped into the hands of Cleary. Yara Rainford, it's raining threes for Rainford, as that puts the Rockets up to 17, a 12-point lead for Reading with just over 2.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. And Hannah Lindsay clearly just been having her way with Manchester so far in the game.
Oh, definitely. The way that she's bullying people down low, she's managing. They're deciding to front her to try and stop her getting the ball, which is a great decision. But the help defense isn't there, and she's managing to get position to hold that defender until the ball goes over their head, and she then gets the easy look inside.
And 4 offensive rebounds already for her in the first quarter. That's incredible.
Yeah, she's she heard us saying really nice things about her, and she's about to show us why.
And as a big, like, how difficult is that when you come up against someone that is just able to kind of control the paint in that way?
I mean, I'm a terrible rebounder, so
you tip the rebounds.
But, you know, just being able to hold your own position and make sure that you hold it long enough for the ball to then make it safely over their head and into your hands. It's all about how you can use your body. You don't necessarily need to be quick or super athletic, but it's about how you hold your position and how you make that space so the ball can just fall directly into your hands, and you then get that easy look. And she's doing a great job. Her footwork is really good. Yes, she's pretty undersized, but this Mystics team is not big either, so she's probably going to have a field day.
So back out on court, it's Mystics ball, 12-point deficit, and Reading putting on a full court press as Essie Asante into the game for the first time for Manchester. Swings it over to Odin Wingy. Odin Wingy driving all the way to the basket, can't finish, and we've seen the Mystics do that maybe the last couple of games. They've been able to sort of do the hard work, get some good looks, and sometimes the shot just doesn't fall for them.
Yeah, I think it seems to be at the start of games they struggle to get into a rhythm. They're a little bit too quick, a little bit erratic, and then they start to settle down and they're like, yeah, you know what, we can play basketball and we can play really well. So hopefully that starts soon.
I guess it's putting that together for the 3 quarters, because sometimes the first quarter can be a little bit, you're getting used to the other team, it's been a bit nervy sometimes, and it's
definitely
putting it together.
Spending 40 minutes doing layups and stretching out, and then you're just ready to go.
So Jarju at the line for 2. First one gets a friendly roll. And Safi Jarju playing in her first season for Reading. She's had 4 seasons previously with Solent. But back with her hometown club as she played when she was under 16 for the Rockets. Costa over to Odin Wingy, and pass is intercepted. Karpova saves it in. Guerrero Rainford, that three doesn't drop that time, but again it's Cleary with the rebound, the 5th offensive board. It's Karpova's three doesn't go, and Asante brings it down for the Mystics. .13 Rockets lead. Idowu spins, hangs, hits it. That's a nice move from Remy Idowu.
That was a lovely move. We love a step back fadeaway when there is no defender between you and the basket. But Reading are playing that quite high zone, so there's space for Mystics to get to the basket, but it's whether they're going to exploit that or not.
And they have players that are explosive. They've got that such quick first step. And it's intercepted. And Amber Thompson for the Rockets. Going to pass inside. Cleary working. And Idowu trying to save it. She does. As Odin Wingy powers down the court. Got Costa to her left. He lays it in. And that's a nice sequence there from the Mystics.
Oh, definitely. This is what we want to see. We want to see them playing really aggressive defense, really trying to be disruptive, getting the ball and getting up the court really fast.
We know they are a team that likes to play fast. Long two, doesn't drop. Again, another rebound for Cleary. 6 seconds on the clock. Thompson swings it round. Guerrero Rainford. Not that time. And at the end of the first quarter, it is the Reading Rockets 18, Manchester Mystics 9. Reading getting out to a really quick start, but Manchester able to pull it back a little bit in that last minute and a half or so. Yeah,
they really struggled. That first 5 minutes was incredibly tough, and Lindsay Cleary made it incredibly tough for them. Tough for her. She's got 8 rebounds personal after the first quarter. I could only dream of that in a game. She's doing a fantastic job, but Mystics now, they need to start deciding what they're going to give up, because it can't be her going to the basket. It can't be her getting second chance points. So they need to make sure they've got somebody defending her to try and make it as hard as possible for her to even catch the ball, but making sure there's somebody there to stop her when they get beat.
And do you maybe look to try and double her, like leave someone out, force someone else to shoot?
Yep.
You can live with that if you can try and stop Cleary.
Oh, definitely. We've got Guerrero Rainford, though, who is getting a lot of wide open shots. Only 6 points in the first quarter, doing a great job there. So we don't want to double off her, because she'll
make you pay.
You can't be that open and not hit your shots. So she's not someone we want to be looking to leave. But who else on this team can Manchester afford to maybe give that extra half a second to whilst they go and try and stop Lindsay in the post?
Yeah, because she's having her way with Manchester at the moment in the post.
She really is, and I imagine that is what Rob has just spent the last 2 minutes talking on.
And Reading currently averaging 33.5 points in the paint, which is good for 3rd in the league. And you can see why when you have a player like Cleary out there.
Oh, definitely. I wouldn't even be worried about missing if I was shooting from outside, because she's going to clean it up inside anyway.
So into the game for the Mystics, we've got Isha Naya out on court. And Favour Ellabor. So Mystics ball. Costa. Nearly stolen away by Reading, and it will be, was that a step out of bounds? And that's the pressure, that's that defence from Reading that they're putting on.
Yeah, definitely. Manchester struggled to get it inbounds twice in a row.
Hondo. Jaju, round to Thompson. 2 seconds on the shot clock, driving all the way to the basket at the buzzer.
It's a lovely finish.
Amber Thompson with her first points of the game. And Thompson's a player, she's got WBBL experience, was out with the Sevenoaks Suns last season. As Costa looks to answer at the other end and does.
Nice. Now Manchester are looking to try and apply some of that pressure that Reading have shown them. Try and be more disruptive up the court instead of waiting for the ball to get over halfway and then to try and pick it up.
So Reading ball from the sideline. Di Stefano gets it in. Vera Rainford going against Naya. Vera Rainford driving to the basket. Doesn't fall, and it's Costa. Needs to get it over the line. Karina Costa stepping through to the basket. Shot doesn't go. She picks it up. She's got space. And shot bounces in. And Reading want a timeout. We'll talk things over. And that's a good start to the second for the Mystics.
Oh, definitely. And they were aggressive, they moved the ball, they rebounded on both ends. That's what we want to see, that's more Mystics basketball. Cleary was waiting to get in there. She was already at the subs bench, but Coach Lakia really wanted, I think, to talk about that and stop Manchester from going on a little bit of a run here.
Yeah, and we know Manchester is a team, they like to play fast, they like to steal the ball and get out into transition. And when they can start to play the game their way, they're a tough team to try and stop. But if they're not play it, if the other team forces you to play how they want you to, that can be always very difficult.
Oh, definitely. They like to play fast, they like to play aggressive, which can either be fantastic for them or it can, not be as fantastic. The first 5 minutes of that game, that was definitely the latter there, but hopefully they're going to settle down, play their way, get the ball up the floor quickly and move it around, get everyone a touch in the right place, and we might have ourselves a ball game.
I concur. So 7-point lead for Reading. It is Rockets ball. And Thompson controlling things over to Cleary. Ando all alone underneath the basket. And coming out of the timeout, Coach Luque will be pleased with that one. As Costa over to Naya. Naya driving, doesn't get that to fall, but tips it into Elabor's hands. And fighting for the rebound on the floor. It's going to stay with the Mystics. And Mystics again with the inbound. Got to reset. Naya needs to get it in. Elabor's there, it's nearly stolen away by Ando. Round to Costa. Costa for three, doesn't drop. Elabor with the rebound again and just can't keep it inside the lines, but good hustle there from Favour Elabor. Substitution for Reading, Siona McKay checking back in. And Amber Thompson heading to the bench. So it's a 9-point lead for Reading. McKay. Into Ando. And that's going to be a foul on Elabor. And that's the third team foul on the Mystics so far this quarter, with still a lot of time to play. Stefano. And that will be the fourth team foul on the Mystics. So end-line ball for the Rockets. And one more is going to put the Mystics on to 5 for the rest of the quarter. Ando spins. Shot doesn't go. Good defense there from Manchester. Costa all the way. Can't get it to go. Costa with space for 3. Doesn't drop. Mystics doing a good job rebounding on those two possessions. Again, getting those looks, but not able to convert.
Oh, much better job. And they've got some much better looks at the basket as well. Costa's left-handed take, great, nice offensive rebound, kick it out to your shooter, make sure they've relocated. Just really good basketball. Stuff is going to drop soon.
Because you're doing the hard work, you're getting there, aren't you? You're doing the
hard
work, and you'll be rewarded.
Finishing's the easy part, isn't it?
Ando inside. And that's going to be a foul on Elabor. That will be sending Reading to the line. So Elia Ando shooting 2. Player that's returned for Reading this season. She's also playing WNBL for JMA. She's second in the league in rebounds per game with 15. It's an exciting young player to watch as she hits the second. Takes the Rockets lead up to 11. Costa manages to save that for Manchester. Naya finds some space inside. It's stripped by Ando. Cleary with a fake of a handoff. Gets it inside to Ando, who finishes at the rim. Costa around the outside. Holty. Pass into Naya. Naya manages to save it. It's knocked out. Will stay with the Mystics, and that's something that Isha Naya does well. She's a player that will just tap the ball into the right place at the right time. She may not get all the rebounds, but much like yourself, Hannah, a player that taps the ball into the right position.
Just trying to be as disruptive as possible to try and get any kind of advantage that you can. Yeah, maybe you can't get 2 hands to the ball, but if you can at least tap it to someone who can get 2 hands to the ball. Mystics just being a bit sloppy here with their passes. There's a couple of turnovers there that really were unforced.
As we see Rahana Khalil back in for the Mystics. And that experience again of Khalil, a real veteran player. You hope that kind of, it helps. You can see it when she's out on court. Really helps the team settle down.
Yeah, and they definitely need that calm, they need that, she goes on the floor. And they need that basketball IQ when she's on the floor, because Reading are playing them very tight, they're playing them very hard, and their defense, they're doing a great job defensively, being disruptive as possible, not letting Manchester get anything easy.
As Khalil gets the whistle on that drive, and that's going to put her at the line for 2. As we see Robinson, Idowu and Grace Tuck into the game for the first time for the Mystics. With Elabor, Alti and Karina Costa, to the bench. And Rahana Khalil, we talk about her experience and a veteran leadership, and she was part of that D2 Stockport Lapwings team that won the National Cup final a couple of years ago in just what was an absolutely incredible game against the Division 1 Solent Kestrels. She hits both free throws, just a real legend of Manchester basketball.
Oh, definitely. That was a great game as well, a Stockport game.
I like to rewatch it every few months or so. That's a great defense there from the Mystics as they force a turnover. Tuck in the corner, 3's short. But that's a good look for Tuck, and we've seen her hit those in the corner. McKay finds space to the basket. And Manchester almost an open lane there once she stepped through.
Yeah, they almost gave her the path to the basket there.
Idowu, Costa behind the 3-point line. That's good! That's a big bucket for Ellie Costa. Di Stefano, over to Karpova. Working against Robinson. Khalil weaving through traffic. Pass is just too strong at the other end. So ball goes back the way with the Rockets. And it looks like the Mystics are going to pick up full court here. As Guerrero Rainford checks into the game. Okay, out to Ando. Ando with the long two, banks it in. And Reading up to 30 first quarter points, first half points. Idowu, nice move inside. Too strong off the glass. And McKay gets the foul call. So that's going to put Reading at the line. And Mystics in a bit of foul trouble here.
Yeah, they really need to be a little bit smarter on defense, and it's not going to help them at all if they keep putting them to the line.
So that foul was on Ellie Costa, that's her second. Ellie and Karina Costa on 2 fouls each for the Mystics.
Just wanting to twin.
And McKay's first shot doesn't fall. McKay back for a 3rd season with Reading. Second one short, and it's Cleary with the offensive rebound. Hits it back out to McKay. Into Ando. And jump ball's called as Khalil manages to get a hand on that. And success Odemwingie back in for Manchester. Grace Tuck will take a seat.
It's another offensive foul though for Cleary, and Manchester really, nobody even put a body on her. She took a step without getting hit at all. We just cannot let it be that easy for her.
It's, I mean, 10 the first half rebounds. Cleary alone. Karpova. Shot clock was running down, had to put something up. Mystics need to take chip into this lead here. Khalil out to Costa. Khalil with space, 3's up, and that's good! That's what Rahana Khalil does. She knocks down those 3's. Puts the lead down to 9. Costa and McKay fighting for the ball on the floor. Jump ball is called, and that will stay with the Mystics. And that's great hustle there.
Exactly, that's what we want. We want them playing defense right up the floor and make it really hard for the inbounder, and then to be diving on the ball.
And Coach Luque wants a timeout for the Rockets. We've got 3:33 to play here in the first half, a 9-point lead for Reading, but it will be Manchester ball when they come out of the timeout. And the Rockets, they've been led by Elia Ando, 8 points for her, along with 3 rebounds. Lindsay Cleary, 6 points, but 10 rebounds and 5 assists, flirting with a triple-double here in the first half.
I'd be happy with that after one whole game. Yeah, Reading, Manchester done a great job to get this within 9 points. If they can chip off another few points getting into half-time, then, it's the second half is going to be very exciting. Reading here, Coach Luque is drawing something up, maybe about how they can stop Manchester being as disruptive, getting the ball up the floor.
Yeah. And I know we keep talking about her, but Lindsay Cleary, 7 offensive rebounds in the first half. 7.
And 0 turnovers.
That's incredibly impressive. Wow. Yeah.
Maybe if we stop saying nice things about her, she won't do it.
That's where we've been. That's we're the problem. So back out on court, Khalil into Robinson. Idowu hands it back to Khalil. And ball's loose. It's picked up by McKay. McKay is doing a really good job of that. She's been able to get those loose balls as she's fouled on the drive. And that's going to be on Isabel Robinson, her first. So Tiona McKay back at the line for Reading as Safi Jarju checks in. And Elia Ando leading the team in scoring so far with those 8 points, heads to the bench for a well-deserved rest. McKay's first doesn't go. Second's good, leads back up to 10. Reading with the pressure. Odin Wingy needs to get it over the line, gets it to Khalil. Idowu to Robinson, long two. Too strong. Again, McKay powering down the court, she's so quick. Jarju. Back to McKay, and McKay is fouled. She is going to go back to the free throw line.
I mean, great effort there, managed to draw the play, but not a single player looked at Lindsay Cleary there, and she was wide open underneath the basket.
That's foul number 2 on Isabel Robinson. McKay hits the first. That takes her to 4 points in the game, along with 4 rebounds. And 2 of 2 from the line. Leads back up to 12 for Reading. Costa to Khalil. She draws a foul. It's going to be sideline ball for the Mystics. And that's the first on Greta Rainford. Third team foul for the Rockets. Odin Wingy to Khalil. Ido, we're working against Cleary. Doubled inside, gets it out to Costa. Costa with space, puts up the 3. Doesn't go, but Odin Wingy's there for the rebound. Puts it back in. And she's going to go to the line. Tough move from Success, Odin Wingy. And that's big for the Mystics.
Oh, great. I mean, great shot by Costa. Great rebound by Remy, getting it out to Costa for a fantastic shot, and then getting the offensive rebound. That's what we want to see. We want to see everybody getting the right looks, everybody working together.
Free throw's good. It's a single-digit game. Mystics now putting on the full court pressure. McKay against Costa. Tap over. 3 is good.
Oh, killed it. Killed the vibe.
And Chrissy Karpova, such an experienced player, just a lights-out shooter.
Manchester cannot afford to leave her open. They cannot afford to get themselves back into a game, work really hard, and then leave a 3-point shooter open.
Cleary steps away through to the basket and is fouled on the tip back. So that's going to put Cleary at the line. And substitution for Manchester, Karina Costa checking in for Ellie Costa. And that is foul number 3 on Isabel Robinson. Cleary's shot doesn't fall. Oh, I think that's on Odin Wingy, actually. Apologies. Those 3 fouls are on Odin Wingy. For the Mystics. Idowu out to Khalil. Khalil's got space. Shot doesn't go, gets her own rebound, steps through to the basket. Doesn't fall, but she's going to go back to the line. So Success, Odin Wingy heading to the bench as Ellie Costa back into the game. And Khalil at the line for 2. We're just over a minute and a half to play here in the second quarter. As the first one short. With the Mystics, you want to try and take some momentum heading into half-time. You've had a few spells where you've had some good runs, but not kind of kept it up for the full quarter.
They have, definitely. They've done a great job for really short bursts, and then they've struggled quite a bit in the others. So it's just about, can they give themselves something to go into the locker room and come back out and build on?
Rainford, nice pass inside. Karpova kicks it out. Okay. Rainford, deep three, knocks it down. She's been on fire from behind the arc today. And that puts the lead up to 15 for the Rockets. Idowu over to Costa. Costa's three's off the rim, chased down by Robinson. Costa looks to answer, not that time. And ball's out of bounds, going to go back with Reading. As Ella brought back into the game for Manchester. And Di Stefano and Thompson for the Rockets. Just under 50 seconds to play here in the first half. Thompson into Jarju. Cleary's doubled, she's blocked by Ellabore. And that's good defence there from Manchester. See them doubling Cleary. Yeah,
good defence and managing to keep yourself straight up. Try and make that shot as difficult as possible. Try and maybe push her out a little bit further just so it's not as easy.
Costa to Khalil. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Pass is knocked out, and there will be 4.1 seconds for the Mystics to get something up here in the first half. As Robinson's going to come into the game for Manchester. And that looks like Coach Rob Fairley using his height there. As Khalil into Robinson underneath the basket and gets the foul call. With time running down, so Isabel Robinson at the line. And obviously she had an injury last season, so hasn't played this season. But last year was the under-17 WNBL North Player of the Year, and on the All-Conference First Team, the North MVP. Is a really exciting young player. She hits the second, and it's really good to see her back out on court. And at the end of the first half, it is Reading 40, Manchester 26. The Rockets have been led by Guerrera Rainford. 9 points for her, hitting 3 threes. She's got a couple of steals as well. And Elia Ando, 8 points and 3 rebounds. But Lindsay Cleary, 7 points, 12 rebounds, 9 of them offensive, and 5 assists. She's just been unstoppable in the first half. And still no turnovers. She is having a great game. Yeah, Manchester really need to figure out what they're going to do about her and what they're going to do just generally actually about Reading, because the 3 massive offensive weapons that they've got, they're just doing such a fantastic job. And Manchester really, they're just playing a bit too soft. They're playing a bit too scared, and they're rushing a little bit when they can take the time and maybe get some better shots. Because if we look at Cleary's field goal percentage as well, hitting 3 from the field, but she's just been so impactful on the rebounds, just getting her teammates those extra chances. Oh, definitely. Definitely, and you know, this Reading team can hit shots. Everyone on this team can hit shots. They're a great team. They play really well together. They share the ball and they cut for each other. They just play really nice basketball. And so having someone like Cleary that's able to clear up the boards and get the ball out to get that better shot, she really is the key to this team. And when you've got players like Karpova hanging around the 3-point line, she's got 8 points already, hit a couple of threes. They are a dangerous team. Oh, definitely. And you can tell they're experienced. They're more experienced than Mystics. Mystics are, really coming to this. There's a lot of young players on that team that are still developing, that are still trying to learn
more like fundamentals. Who can you leave open? Who can you definitely not leave open?
Yeah.
Who do you have to really go and fight with and battle and keep off the glass, like Lindsay? And then kind of a rookie error getting into foul trouble with only like 3 or 4 minutes gone. That that really punished them in this game.
So the Mystics leading the way in scoring for them. It's been Rahana Khalil with 7 points and a couple of rebounds. And Success Odumungi has 5 points, 3 rebounds. And Karina Costa off the bench with 6 points, 3 rebounds for her. So work for Manchester to do in the second half. We're going to take a quick break for half time. And as we do, we have got an interview from Mystics player Isha Naya. She was speaking to the Sheffield Hatters Women's British Basketball League player Nicolette Fairley. So we'll play that for you at half time. So you can check that out right now, and we'll be back in around 10 minutes time.
So I'm here with Sheffield Hatters WBL player Nicolette Fairley. So Nicolette, first of all, congrats on getting Teacher of the Year for the North West by Basketball England. How do you think Manchester Mystics season has gone so far?
I think the girls are doing really well. From seeing them at the beginning of the season to where they're at now, there's been massive improvements. It's really nice to see that you've got a lot of experience on the team, but then also you have players that are young, upcoming, and seeing that mesh together. I think a lot of teams probably underestimated this team in the beginning, and now you're really giving teams a run for their money, and hopefully that you guys can make playoffs. But it's been really nice to see how the team have come together at this point, coming towards the end of the season.
Yeah, so it's great to see that we developed. But what areas do you think that we developed in specifically?
I think pushing the ball is definitely one of your strengths at the moment. Slowing it down, running a play, just knowing the tone of the game, when to push, when not to push. Rebounding, boxing out, because I know some of the teams are much bigger than you lot. So seeing that you are focusing on that, and just I love the vibe of the team, everyone supporting each other. I know there's still a lot more improvement to go, but your first year in Division 1 has been absolutely amazing. If I'm a team in the playoffs, I wouldn't want to play you lot, even if I'm at the top. So it's been a good season.
Yeah, so it's great to hear your thoughts about our team, but let's go back to you. How's your season going so far with Sheffield?
Our season's going well. I think we're currently 4th at the moment. We've got 3 girls in the All-Star game today, which is really good, so been supporting them. But yeah, we're hoping to get that 3rd spot in the playoffs in the league, so that we don't have to run into London Lions. But whoever we play, we'll give a good go. We secured that spot in the playoffs now. We've got a great team. We all get on really well, and it's probably one of the most fun years I've had playing basketball. So it's going really well.
So you said this season's been great. What's to come for the future?
What's to come to the future? That's a good question. As you know, I'm getting older now, but a part of me thinks I would still love to be playing. Yeah. You never know. But I'll keep that one close to my chest until the summertime. But yeah, so a shout out to my husband, Robert Fairley.
Okay.
Oh, he's right there. That was embarrassing. Sorry, just mentioning your name.
Thanks, Nicola. Thanks for taking time to speak to me.
No problem. See ya. Thank you.
Welcome back in to the Manchester Basketball Centre here in Whalley Range. We're getting ready for the second half between the Manchester Mystics and the Reading Rockets. Reading currently have a 14-point lead as we head into the third, and they've been led by a fantastic performance from Lindsay Cleary. 7 points for her, along with 12 rebounds, 9 of them offensive and 5 assists. Looking at a triple-double watch here as we go into the third quarter. And for the Mystics, it's been Rahana Khalil with 7 points, a couple of rebounds and a couple of steals. Manchester with some work to do here, Hannah, heading into the third quarter.
Oh, certainly. I think, to be honest, they're doing quite a good job to only be down by 14 when they're shooting 29% from the floor. You know, Reading are an experienced team. They're a really, really smart team. And so Manchester really need to create some better opportunities to score.
So back underway, it's Reading ball to start things off. Jarju to Karpova. Ando working against Idowu. McKay drives inside, can't get it to fall. Ball's out, going to go the way of Manchester. And that's a good start defensively there for the Mystics.
Oh, definitely. And then manage to challenge and get the rebound, make sure they didn't get any easy putbacks.
Down at 14 if you Manchester. You just need to chip into this, take it possession by possession. Try to get it to 10, get it to single digits. As Karpova steals it away for the Rockets. Very experienced player. Here's Cleary at the top of the arc, hands it off to Karpova. Thought about the three. Spins, gets inside. Nice pass there to Ando underneath the basket. Can't finish, but what a pass there from Karpova. They're the ones that you want to see finish so you can see it back on a highlight reel.
That was a lovely dish. And then Manchester did a good job there to stop Lindsay getting that putback.
Anto, round to Cleary. Cleary finds some space on the baseline. Nice pass back there to Ando, who just puts it in under the basket. And again, it's the ball movement, that passing. We mentioned it in the first half, but Reading just doing it so well. Costa to Odemwingie. Into Alti. Odemwingie with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Driving inside. Travel's called. And pressuring defensive lead from the Rockets, forcing the turnover from Manchester.
Reading's zone there sags in a little bit. Manchester had a couple of opportunities to shoot the open shot, but instead chose to drive into traffic.
And it's stolen away by Karina Costa. Coming down the court, she's got Odemwingie to the left, goes all the way to the basket, gets it to go. And nearly steals it back. Karina Costa, such a tough defender, as Ando steps round and puts it in. Costa over to Karina Costa. Odemwingie into Idowu. Idowu underneath the basket. Over behind the line, over to Ando, going against Idowu, passes out. Jarju doesn't quite save it in, and it'll be a backcourt violation. So Favour Elabor into the game for Hannah Alti for Manchester. And you see there Chrissy Karpova just saying, just kind of slow it down. It's that leadership on the team. There's no need for Reading to rush anything. Costa lines up the three, too strong. Cleary working against Elabor. Over to Ando, and Ando working underneath the basket. Good D there from Elabor, who comes up with the ball. Gets it into the hands of Idowu. And it's picked off there by Cleary. McKay is going to back out and reset. There's a 3-second call on the Rockets, so Manchester get the ball. And again, some good defense there from the Mystics. Just needs to be able to get some points on the board, chip into this lead.
I know coach wasn't very happy about that 3-second call, but she'd been in there forever and she'd been open the entire time and no one looked at her. I'd have stayed in there too.
As Costa's three doesn't drop, but Odin Wingy chases it down. And Ellabor gets the contact. She'll go to the line. And that's going to give the Mystics a chance to cut into this. Alicia Guerrero-Rainford back in for the Rockets. And Ando to the bench. Ando's been absolutely fantastic in this game. 12 points for her, 3 rebounds, a couple of steals and a block. And she's just, the positioning she's finding herself in underneath the basket, and she's receiving some just incredible passes from her teammates. Yeah,
she's really doing a great job. She moves so well on court and she managed to get such good position in the paint.
As Idowu gets the rebound for Manchester, works inside, can't get it to fall, gets her own board. And Karina Costa's three is good. Much needed three for the Mystics. And it's stolen away by Ellie Costa. Steps through to the basket, puts it in, and a quick 5-point swing for Manchester. Puts the lead to 11.
I think we prefer this end of the court.
Okay, powering down the court for Reading. Nice handoff there to Jaju, who finishes. And quietens the Manchester crowd a little bit. But that's good pressure from the Mystics there, forcing the steal. Costa to Odin Wingy. Over to Costa. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Round to Karina Costa. She puts up the three. She knocks down the three. And it's a 10-point game. Reading want a timeout. And what a run there from Manchester.
Oh, definitely. Great job by those guys. And they were moving the ball. They were getting it. They were getting great skips. They were making the whole defense shift all the way across the court. So really, really good job there by Manchester.
And when you've found either of the Costas outside the line alone, they're both dangerous three-point shooters. We've seen them be able to knock those shots down, and getting that space for them, that's worked.
Oh, definitely. Having those two both be in threats and be on the court at the same time, that's two people you definitely cannot lose. So they're doing a really, really good job for Manchester getting them back into this game.
And if you're Reading here, what's Coach Luque saying to you in this timeout? You know, you want to try and stop that, get out to those shooters.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Manchester maybe have woken up a little bit more now. They're being a bit more aggressive. They're being a bit smarter. They're still getting in each other's way a little bit offensively. They're sometimes a little bit too close, trying to make that pass off to someone that's just a couple of feet away, when really you need to try and space it out a little bit and draw the defense out so they're not all stood next to each other. There's not a lot of hands in the way. But, you know, Reading are experienced. They're not going to come out. They're not going to be rattled by a 10-point lead now.
Yeah, a lot of experience on this team. Reading were actually in the playoff final last year against the Southern Kestrels. Been in the National Cup a couple of times.
Oh, definitely. And Reading Rockets as an organisation, they've been going for so long. They've got such a great club structure. They're just a great club and a really, really good asset for British basketball.
As a backcourt violation is called on the Rockets. So that puts the ball back into the hands of Manchester. That seemed like a late call. But the Mystics here with a chance to cut this to single digits. It's Khalil over to Odin Wingy. And Costa has it stolen away by Ando.
Just a little bit too soft there, not paying attention.
As you saw, Idowu was calling for it underneath the basket. Tap over, hands off to McKay. Ando, nice spin move to the basket. Doesn't get it to drop. Carla Killer's going to set things up. Odemwingie, as it knocks away by Ando, batted away really.
Very emphatic.
She didn't want that.
She's still mad about the 3-second call.
6 seconds on the shot clock. It will be Manchester ball. Let's see if someone's going to come off the screen. Try and get a 3 up here. As Khalil won't be able to get it in, and that's going to go back with the Rockets. Okay, Karpova, 3's up, 3's good. And she is going to make you pay if you leave her outside the 3-point line. Costa looking to get it inside. Idowu can't keep a hold on that one. And Reading get the ball back, and again, Reading doing a really good job withstanding the pressure. That run where the Mystics cut it to 10, as you said, they're not phased, they're not flustered by it, and they go back up by 13.
Yeah, they carried on playing their game. They knew what they were doing. Nothing changed. They passed the ball, they cut, they found the open shot. They did a great job there. Manchester there, a bit slow to pass the ball. Reading didn't need to adjust their defence at all. And Manchester not really swinging the ball, not moving it quickly enough, and not getting those open looks.
And for Reading, it's been Elia Ando, 12 points leading the way for her, 3 rebounds and 3 steals. And it's Karina Costa off the bench for Manchester with 14 points and 4 rebounds, grabbing a steal as well. She's hit a couple of 3s, and that's been crucial for Manchester with her coming off the bench.
Oh, definitely, it's great having that spark coming off the bench. When your starters are a bit flat, when you're not getting what you want from to have somebody else come in and the level not drop, and the level really increase a little bit with a bit more intensity. It's such a valuable asset.
I think something that's been really exciting throughout the course of this season, watching this Mystics team, you've seen the development of the players, the younger players, especially players like Karina Costa and Ellie Costa as well throughout the season. You see that confidence grow. McKay for the Rockets, gets it to Cleary. Okay, inside, Cleary gets her hands on it. Nice handoff there. Can't finish, and it's Reading ball, but you see there Karina Costa just diving in, trying to tip the ball. Didn't come away with it, but she's got her hands all over this game.
No, Manchester are fighting now. They're definitely trying to make it harder and harder. They might not be getting the rebounds, but they're making it really difficult for Reading to pick up anything easy.
Karpova's 3. Not that time, but it's back in Reading's hands for a fresh 14. Ando. And foul on the floor is called. And counter to that second quarter as well, that Mystics have done a good job on the fouls this quarter.
Definitely not committing one. It's very impressive. Maybe not being aggressive enough on defense.
Karpova to Cleary. Oh, Ando all alone underneath. Can't get that to go. And it's out. Raringford 3, too strong, but Cleary with another offensive board. It's been the story of the game. Raringford with a nice move to the hoop. Doesn't get the shot to fall, but she's going to go to the free throw line.
Now Ando a little bit too open underneath there. That's why the ball didn't go in. She was like, no. It needs to be more difficult than this.
I need some pressure.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can throw you, can't it? You're expecting a defender to be there.
100%.
And that first free throw doesn't fall. Second's good though. It's back to a 14-point lead for the Rockets. There's our bell we were waiting for. The mysterious Whalley Range bell. Ellie Costa skipping through traffic over to Ellabor. Has to get it out to Khalil. Costa in the corner. Ellie Costa with space, lines up the three, too strong, and a shot clock violation. Again, some good defense from Reading, just pressuring the ball and able to keep up with the movement.
Really making Manchester second guess every decision that they make.
Okay, Costa steals it away. Ella ball into the hands of Ellie Costa. Three doesn't drop, Khalil with the rebound. And that doesn't go, but Ellie Costa driving in, going up, and I felt like you could feel that contact.
Oh, definitely, she stole that right out of Favour's hands as well.
So that's going to put Ellie Costa at the line. And Hannah Altit and Isabel Robinson back into the game for Manchester. And Ellie Costa also, she's also playing under 18s and WEABL this season, where she's been leading the team in points per game, and she was recently named to the under 18 squad for the England Four Nations tournament this year. And again, a player that you've just seen develop throughout the course of the season.
Oh, definitely, and she was on the under 16 England, Great Britain team. Sorry.
Yeah, in the summer.
In the summer, and the year before. So it's just been really nice to watch her development.
And Khalil will be called for the foul on the inbound. Khalil tips it. It's going to, looks like it's going to stay at Reading ball, but just knocking it out of bounds. That's that disruption you were talking about for Manchester, just forcing Reading to have to reset.
Oh, definitely, just make everything as hard as possible.
McKay going against Costa. Great screen there from Ando. McKay all the way, doesn't drop. Cleary is there for the rebound, can't put it back in, gets another offensive rebound and finishes that one. And that is offensive rebound number 11 for Lindsay Cleary, along with 9 points, 6 assists. Costa nails the three. Karina Costa on fire off the bench for Manchester. It's an 11-point game. Guerrero Rainford with a spin, nice move to the basket, draws the foul.
We have an unsportsmanlike foul called.
So that's going to give Reading shots and possession. And I believe that's on Khalil. That's her second. So Guerrero Rainford shooting 2. Got 10 points so far in today's game. 2 steals. First free throw doesn't fall. Second one rolls out. Driving all the way to the basket, finishes, count it, and the foul. Ellie Costa with a huge bucket for Manchester.
We've got Coach Fairley here asking for an unsportsmanlike as well. Just having a little word from the referee.
And that is foul number 3 on Karpova. And that's cut the lead to 9. So Ellie Costa with a chance here to cut into this even further, make it an 8-point game. And she does! What a turnaround from Manchester. Okay, going against Costa. Stolen away by Khalil. Cleary picks it up. And foul on the floor. Great hustle from Manchester. Cleary doing a good job to get back to the ball. As we see Amber Thompson check in for Reading.
We've seen this before a few times this season though, haven't we? Manchester do a great job in the third, at the start of the fourth, to claw it back to make us think you know, they can do it. They can do it. And then it hasn't quite. Maybe it's today. Maybe it's today that's going to happen.
And I guess that's an experience thing as well, isn't it? You have to be in these situations to kind of learn from them.
Definitely, like closing out games is so important. Just, oh yeah, and you get so sick of getting there and being so close and losing.
So Cleary at the line. First free throw doesn't fall. She's got 9 points, 16 rebounds, 12 of them are offensive and 6 assists. She's just put on an incredible performance today. I mean, she does every week, but this seems exceptional. Seconds good, a double-double for Cleary. Costa back to Khalil. Just under a minute to play here in the third. Ellie Costa drive into the basket, floater's too strong. Cleary to Karpova. Rainford gets it into Cleary. Robinson got a hand on it. Shot clock running down, 6 seconds.
Oh, I thought she was going to shoot that then.
Anzo with the long two, doesn't drop. Karina Costa racing down the court, kicks it out to Khalil, round to Ellie Costa, lines up the three, too strong, and Cleary grabs the board. 1 second to go, Karpova, that was Guerrero Rainford, that doesn't go, but at the end of the third quarter, the Mystics dragging themselves back into this one. Reading up 53-44, Mystics bringing it to within 8.
Yes, looking much better. I thought maybe we didn't have the best opportunity down this end. Isabel Robinson ran the floor. She did a great job getting wide open, got looked off for the pass, and we didn't get the best shot opportunity. So it's just those little things like what is the smartest, most efficient thing that we can do at the end of the clock. But that all comes with experience. It's going to come this season, you know, getting into the playoffs and the first season back in Division 1. You know, hopefully that's what we can do. Maybe next season we're challenging even further up the table.
Absolutely, and it's a tough league, isn't it? Division 1. You know, the Mystics having come up from Division 2, quite a different looking team actually to the one that we saw last year in Division 2.
Definitely, there's a big gap between Division 1 and Division 2. Maybe apart from Sheffield Hatters. But it's really good to see, and you know, a lot of these players are at the start of their careers, and it's really great that they're getting this opportunity to play really competitive basketball, like week in, week out, and playing really meaningful minutes and learning so much as they do. That the future of this league and for British basketball is really exciting.
It's definitely very bright, and you know, something that I always enjoy about watching all the basketball we've got in this country, when the younger players getting an opportunity, and we see some younger players as well, even in the Women's British Basketball League, taking a step up. We've seen Athena Thompson this year for the Leicester Riders, stepping up, and you just see throughout the leagues just really exciting young players, and it makes you know, in 10 years' time, where are they going to be?
Oh, definitely. Super exciting, and having, you know, we had Liv Forster on our bench a few years ago, and she's absolutely lighting Division 1 up. And she was just a great addition to have on our bench. And she barely got on, and she came to some horrible long road trips. But just her being able to get meaningful minutes against us in practice, and being around that kind of professional environment, that's helped her no end.
Absolutely, and learning from players like yourself, from Helen Naylor, George Anderson, all the players that you had on that squad, that's so invaluable, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
As Khalil, her three doesn't drop, but Karina Costa is there for the rebound. She has been huge for Manchester this game. Off the bench, as Khalil, short jumper, doesn't go. Anzo. Rainford keeps it under control. You can see there the pressure from Khalil as Costa keeps it alive. Karina Costa kicks it out. Khalil lines up the three off the rim, and it's tipped, but it will last touch Manchester. And Karina Costa, she's been using her speed, using her quick hands just to get into those passing lanes. As Thompson and Khalil collide, and that's going to be a foul on Khalil.
And she's not getting up very quickly, even at her age. That's a bit of a concern. Well, especially at her age. I can say that because I'm only like 2 years behind.
She's such a tough player, isn't she? I mean, she takes charges constantly. She puts her body on the line for the team.
She really does. She's always diving for loose balls. She's always the one that's sacrificing her body, and that's great. And that's great to have these younger players learn from Rahana about what it takes to be that player, to be that hustle player that goes out and does everything that is needed.
And especially when you see it's that work off the ball, isn't it? That you don't see on the stat sheet, that you maybe don't get as much credit for as you should, but your teammates see it and you set the tone, you set the example.
Yeah. Ando has been great for Reading. She's done a great job getting boards. Even if she hasn't been able to get the putback, she's always been challenging. She's been trying to make that as difficult as possible for Manchester to secure the ball.
Thompson's three, too strong. She has. I've really enjoyed watching her play. I've actually seen her play in person before. She's been great to watch, and yeah, as you say, right place, right time for the Rockets. Nine-point lead for Reading. Khalil stepping through to the basket. Scoop layup doesn't go. Idowu working inside, and that's an offensive foul call on Manchester. Let's see who that was on.
I didn't see an offensive foul.
And that's foul number 4 on Rahana Khalil. Into Cleary, nice pass. Good finish, tipped into the hands of the Rockets. Karpova picks it up. Anzo going against Idowu, steps back, doesn't drop. And Khalil just bounced out of nowhere for that rebound. And both teams yet to score this quarter as Costa kicks it out to Ellie Costa, whose three doesn't drop, but Elibor there for the rebound and can't keep a hold on it as Cleary saves it for the Rockets.
Oh, it's getting a bit scrappy now. You can see the desperation over on Reading, trying to put some more points between them and Mystics to feel a bit more comfortable. Manchester really trying to scrape those points back.
Ando's doubled out to Guerrero Rainford. Spins to the basket, left hand side, and a whistle there on Idowu. And that's going to send Guerrero Rainford to the free throw line. As Nat Furtado into the game. She's made it back from Newcastle, racing through the traffic at the appropriate speed limit, I imagine, along with Isabel Robinson. Nat Furtado, having been in Newcastle for a game earlier today, out on court, another one of the veteran players on this Mystics squad.
Oh, definitely, and a bit more of a physical player, so she can make life even more difficult for Cleary and for Ando.
And the first free throw is good, so it's back to a 10-point lead for the Rockets. Second one's good as well, 2 of 2 from the line.
That's what Reading need, really. They're not shooting a great clip from the line at all. They're currently on 50%. And really, at this level, shooting foul shots, we need you to be 70, 80, 90. They really are bailing Manchester out a little bit with this.
And that's sideline ball for the Mystics. Foul is on Amber Thompson, her third. Ellie Costa over to Karina Costa. Furtado. Picked up by Cleary.
Manchester getting in their own way a little bit there.
Yeah, it's that poise, isn't it? You see it from Reading. They don't get flustered. They don't get panicked when the lead gets cut into. It's Karpova. Guerrero in for a bit of a scrappy possession. Amber Thompson for 3, off the rim. Fighting for the rebound. Ando hits the floor, but she's helped up by her teammates, so it looks like she's okay. And you can just see both teams really fighting for each rebound. As we'll have a timeout called. An 11-point lead for the Rockets. And just 2 points scored by Reading this quarter. Manchester yet to score. It's been a very slow scoring quarter.
It has. It's been very scrappy as well. We've had a bit too, Manchester got that desperation. I think they're a bit too panicky in trying to finish. And Reading just aren't. They're just not finishing. They've had a whole bunch of shots this quarter and quite a few easy putbacks, which at the start when we were like, yes, they are killing it inside. They're just not managing to. It's just not managing to translate this quarter. And
some of it, you wonder. I mean, they played probably less than 24 hours ago. Did Reading yesterday against Kohler? So it's that's tough. 2 games in 24 hours.
Definitely,
you've experienced that.
I hate that. Definitely, and now you get into that crunch time when your legs are starting to cramp. You're tired. It's a late game on a Sunday, and you've had that really, really long road trip, and now you've got that really long road trip back. And some of these players will be going back to work tomorrow. Some will be going back to school, back to college. It's a Sunday night is a tough time to play, and Sunday night in Manchester is a tough place to come and play.
It is, and a lot of support as well for the Mystics in the crowd. A lot of noise, a lot of drums. It makes it a difficult atmosphere as well, doesn't it? It's very loud in here.
Oh, definitely, it is very, very loud.
So back on court, an 11-point lead for the Rockets. It will be Rockets ball. Rainford looks to get it in. Round to Cleary, loads of space at the free throw line, just nails it. And that takes Cleary to 12 points, 18 rebounds and 6 assists. She's been absolutely huge. As Robinson, shot is short. Cleary hands off to Thompson. Ando back out. Again, the ball movement from the Rockets has been working really well for them. Thompson's 3 is good. And that's definitely quietened the Manchester crowd a bit. Leads back up to 16 as Ellie Costa drives to the basket, gets the whistle. And it's almost like every time Manchester just come a bit closer, Reading go, oh, we're just going to pull away.
Yeah, definitely. And Manchester seem to go, oh, we're in this now. Let's do this now. And that isn't what got them back into the game. We've had a couple of times where it's been like, one pass, now we're going to shoot the ball. What was working for them was passing the ball, getting great movement, getting the ball from one side of the court to the other, getting great cuts, and getting people wide open looks.
And especially those wide open threes, they were dropping for them.
That's what we love.
So Hannah Alty and Rahana Khalil back into the game for Manchester. As Costa's first shot rolls out.
I think the average age of this team just went from 21 to maybe 30. just with one substitution.
Costa's second's good. Takes it to 11. So we're 5.5 minutes to play. 15-point lead for Reading. Up over into Cleary, she's doubled. Ando with space at the free throw line. Not that time, and what a tip there from Lindsay Cleary. Gets Reading the ball back as Ando's fouled. And you see that Lindsay Cleary didn't even have to grab the ball, just tapped it right into the hands of Karpova on the 3-point line.
No, Manchester were doing a better job there of sagging in and all trying to get the ball, and she could just get in and get her hands to it and get it out to one of the wide open Reading players.
And that's such a skill to have, isn't it? Just to be able to do that.
Yeah, just to be able to elevate and make sure that you can get that to that one player, because it's really tough, especially, there's hands everywhere. Everybody is strong, you're getting jostled about, and then being able to just pop it out to the right person.
So Ando at the line for 2, looking to increase this Reading lead here. Reading will be playing next Saturday against Brent. They still have a few games left. They'll get to play Brent, Solon, Anglia Ruskin and Loughborough after today's game. The Mystics have just 2 games left against Kohler and Anglia Ruskin. And those seconds good. And ball's out of bounds. Reading forcing the turnover, will get the ball back. Just the pressure they've been putting on has been relentless.
Yeah, it really has. They've really stopped Manchester doing anything they wanted to do.
Jarju, Ranta, Rainford inside. Jarju finds space, turns and puts it in. Khalil thought about the three, going inside. Out to Costa. Alti for the long two. That's short. And who comes up with it? Who else but Lindsay Cleary? Anto. Well, it's stripped away by Hannah Alti. Khalil going all the way to the basket. Layup doesn't drop, but it's going to put her back at the free throw line. As Success Odin Wingy comes back in from Manchester alongside Ezi Asante. And that'll put Ellie Costa and Nat Furtado on the bench as Khalil's first free throw's good. Second one doesn't go. Jarju gets it across the line. Khalil got a hand on it, will knock it away. But it's going to stay with the Rockets. Tiona McKay back in for Reading. And Amber Thompson heads to the bench. 5 points for her. As Cleary finds a way, nice handoff. Ando can't finish, but again, Cleary as well, like she's got that vision, she's able to pass the ball to her teammates.
Yeah, the posts are working really well together. One of them's driving, the other one's managed to loop underneath to get that, you know, it sends that help defender doesn't know where to go.
Asante puts up the three, too strong. And that pass out of bounds for the Rockets. As it go back with Manchester as Isha Naya checks in for Rahana Khalil. And we've got a timeout called. 3:34 to play here in the fourth quarter. Reading having pulled away in the fourth, up 63-46. Maybe a bit too far for the Mystics to climb to pull this back, but this is a time when you can use that experience in a late game situation. They've got 2 more games to come. There's a lot they can still take from this.
Oh, definitely, and getting in a couple of extra fresh legs that maybe you need those guys for the next 2 games coming up. It's tough. 17 points. That is 17, isn't it? I don't think my maths is that quick.
Yes, yeah. I'm counting on my fingers.
Sorry, a little brain fart there. It's a lot to bring back in 3.5 minutes. But Manchester can go on runs. They can find 6 or 8 points really, really quickly. It's just whether or not they're making the right decisions. Are they shooting the ball at the right time, or are they getting a bit too shot happy, a bit too quick?
Yeah, definitely, and they'll be playing next weekend against Kola. They had that big win against Kola just before Christmas, where they were able to hold them to 41 points. But it can be a very different story, can it, when you're not on your home floor?
Oh, definitely. Going away to London, it is a long drive from Manchester.
Reading picking up full court. Alti needs to pass it out. Asante needs to get it over the line. It's an 8-second violation. Great pressure from Reading, just not letting up at all. So they have the ball back in their half. Jarju to Cleary. To Ando, she's doubled. Finds space, steps through and banks it in. What a move by Ando. She was so calm, so composed, just stepped round where she wanted to be.
She went away from the double. Manchester even sent a third player to her, and she still managed to get through.
Pass is intercepted there by McKay. Guerrero Rainford with space. 3 doesn't go, and it's Ando with the rebound. She's been massive for the Rockets. Nice handoff there to Guerrero Rainford, who finishes. And everyone just getting involved in this Reading team, like everyone able to pass the ball, cut. They look like they know their roles so well.
Oh, definitely. And they just want to put as many points between them and Manchester as possible. Don't get into any sticky situations at this point. It's almost like they've said, no, let's stop playing around. Let's just get this done.
We've got a long drive home. And Reading, so they are playing Brent next Saturday, the 23rd. They'll be at home. So if you're in the area, head down, support the teams. There's a lot of great talent in this league, and as we're heading towards the playoff push for a lot of teams, as the road to the NBL finals, which finishes in Manchester on the 27th and 28th of April. You can get your tickets on Basketball England's website, and it's always a great weekend of basketball.
Every basketball event in Manchester is exciting.
It is, and there's so much of it. It's great. So, teams coming back out on court. Reading with a commanding lead here late on in the 4th. And Lindsay Cleary now has 20 rebounds and 12 points and 7 assists. I mean, she's just making it seem like she's like, this is what I do. This
and
is what
still
I do.
no turnovers.
I love that. I absolutely love that. We need to tell her, so she's very careful with the ball now for the last 2.5 minutes.
Nobody give her the ball now.
Took, and jump ball's called. That's Reading ball. McKay working against Tuck. Hands it off to Guerrero Rainford. Di Stefano round to Jarju. McKay, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Guerrero Rainford finds space inside, short jumper, doesn't drop. Asante with the rebound. And has it blocked. Guerrero Rainford blocks it, puts it in the basket. Does the hard work on defense and is rewarded by a couple of points.
Manchester really not taking care of the ball these last couple of minutes. Just been a bit too sloppy, and they're going to make this game look much wider than it really was.
Di Stefano steps back, shot short. That's going to head back the way of Manchester. Yeah, especially Manchester cutting it to 8 in that 3rd quarter. But Reading really stretching out the lead here as that pass is too strong and will go out of bounds. As Reading will get it back. And Reading playing with a relatively short bench there, just 8 players travelling with them. Cleary inside. Triple teamed. Out to McKay. Shots up. Too short. Tuck with the rebound. Over to Asante. Odemwingie finds some space, drives the baseline and puts it in off the glass.
It's a lovely finish.
And a substitution for the Rockets as Amber Thompson checks back in. And Lindsay Cleary to the bench. She did it. 12 points, 20 rebounds, 7 assists, 0 turnovers and 3 steals. What an absolutely incredible performance from her. Guerrero Rainford kicks it out to Di Stefano. Jarju, McKay driving baseline with space. And a foul is called. I think that is on Naya. That'll put the Mystics on 5 team fouls. That's going to send Tiona McKay to the free throw line. She's been averaging 5.8 points per game this season, 3.4 rebounds and 2.5 assists. Got 5 points so far. 4 rebounds, 6 assists and 3 steals today. Second bounces out. Jaju there with the rebound. As Odin Wingy races down the court, 1-on-3, coast to coast, and puts it in. Di Stefano to McKay, finds space in the lane, floater pops out, and it's chased down. Naya gets it to Odin Wingy, over to Tuck. Elabor out to Tuck for 3, doesn't drop. And Thompson with the rebound. Di Stefano at the buzzer. That will do it for the game. Reading Rockets 69, Manchester Mystics 50. Congratulations to Reading on a hard-fought victory. They were led in scoring by Elia Anzo, 15 points for her, 9 rebounds, 2 assists and 4 steals. Oh, apologies, it was Guerrera Rainford off the bench with 16 points leading the way for Reading. She had 3 rebounds, a couple of assists and 3 steals. And Lindsay Cleary, we mentioned it before, 12 points, 13 offensive rebounds, 20 total rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals and 0 turnovers. That is so tough.
Just a quality game from Lindsay Cleary there. You know, I think her tiredness got her a little bit today. I would have expected a little bit of a better percentage from her putbacks, but you know, what a game.
What a game indeed. Yeah.
We said that right from the get-go that she was going to be key to this, and she proved us right. Maybe we do know what we're talking about. Fantastic. But Manchester showing real promise, but in short stretches again. If they could just string together 30, 35, 40 minutes, that, you know, it's going to be exciting for them next season, I think.
Absolutely. And it's tough, isn't it, when you're a younger team and you come up against a team with so much experience as well, being able to be as consistent, and you have to learn, you have to kind of go through these stretches in these games to learn from that and take it in the future.
Definitely. Like, Reading were never phased. Even when Manchester were going on their runs, they weren't phased. They knew what they were doing. They stuck to their game plan. And that's definitely an experience thing.
Yeah, and that's, you know, not being flustered. You could see it as well, just completely calm. So Manchester, they were led off the bench. Karina Costa with a huge 17 points for her. She hit 3 threes, 6 rebounds and 3 steals.
She had a fantastic game.
She's brilliant, and just seeing her come on throughout the course of the season, it's just been fantastic to see. And alongside her sister Ellie Costa, 11 points, 2 assists and 3 steals. And Remi Idowu, 2 points but 11 rebounds, working really hard on the glass for the Mystics. So that is the last Mystics home game of the season. They have 2 more games to come against Anglia Ruskin and Kola. They'll be playing Kola next weekend, and they need 1 more win to get into the playoffs. So it's going to be down to the wire for Manchester.
Is it squeaky bum time? Is that the phrase? Is that a Manchester sports phrase?
So congratulations to the Reading Rockets on a hard-fought win. I'm sure that will make the drive back down a lot happier for them. And the final score from here in Manchester, Reading Rockets 69, the Manchester Mystics 50. From myself, Kaz Bullock, and from Hannah Shaw, thank you for joining us, and for everyone that's watched throughout the season. We'll be back next season, and we'll see you next time.